morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Stanford International University representative team, and I would like to begin by introducing our team. I'm Trevor, this is our team leader Manu, Tanya, and Kit. Together we are the four horsemen, and this is our presentation. These are the key takeaways from this presentation. We are going to begin by outlining our case, providing an analysis of the company's key strengths, weaknesses, and core competencies as compared to its competitors, and how we can leverage these core competencies to gain and sustain competitive advantage while staying true to the company's values and promise to its customers. Finally, we are going to present a summary of the issues, our proposed solutions, and how we are going to implement these solutions. Which brings me to our case. The main objective of our case is to optimize focus on customer segments through a clear integration strategy, competing on this side with the loan sharks and local financial institutions through a higher value proposition, and on this side competing with our more established competitors through cost leadership, without getting stuck in the middle and improving customer satisfaction. With this, we aim to reduce the number of loan delinquencies, improve asset quality, adopt a clear strategic expansion plan, address the current liquidity issue that the company is facing, and ultimately increase revenue. Next, I'm going to hand over to Tanya to tell you more, to give you an analysis of the company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
So now I would like to take you to the SWOT analysis of Nguyen Tịch Law. First of all, we have listed these into the 4 boxes. They are all interrelated and very straightforward. Therefore, we would like to cover what we consider is most important. Strength of Nguyen Tịch Law, firstly, is that it is very fast and convenient in offering loans. It has an RO, or relationship officer, which is to improve the relationship with the customers. Also, the spot collector for nano finance, which makes it more convenient for our customers to pay back their loans. Another thing is that Nguyen Tịch Law has a very high reputation. It is very well known among Thai residents. And now we move on to the weaknesses of Nguyen Tịch Law. Firstly is that it is not yet listed on the Stock Exchange of Thailand, which means that it makes it harder for them to raise the capitals. They have lesser securities because they offer fast loans, and also they don't need any surety for their loans. And now, the opportunity and threats.
As we have mentioned before, all these points they correlate. So first, we will talk about the country economy at this moment. The country economy is deteriorating at this moment. So what we see here is people spending. They are becoming more and more capable with their spending. So here we see a very big opportunity for our PA market here. Since people who are in urban area, who owns a luxury insurance, they are finding it more and more difficult to pay their monthly installment. And this monthly installment is becoming even more difficult for those who have a family of 2, 3, or 4. So here what we see is an opportunity of PA insurance, which has an extremely low yearly installment. So this is going to help us increase our market share in this area. As for the second opportunity, since the economy is bad, people will try to put a collateral which has a higher price, which is the land. So it's good for Nguyen Tịch Law because you're going to have a more secure collateral, because the value of real estate rarely goes down. Now we move to our third opportunity here. Since people in Thailand, the mentality of people work in such a way that they believe the people, their family or friend, more than the stats. They trust them more. So here, in example of Jae Uon, what Nguyen Tịch Law did to them, we did to her, her life became for better. It improved for better. So if she went there, for example, she went and told her friend, look, I took a loan from Nguyen Tịch Law and now I don't have to face the loan shark anymore. It's going to become a domino theory. What exactly is domino theory here? It's just a domino, it's for one after another. You just go bam, bam, bam. So if one person become a customer, other gonna fall, which is her friend. Now when we move to our weaknesses, this market is extremely competitive, but the model of business is easy to copy. So we need to think about the new trend, the new arrival. As for the second thing here, due to the competitiveness, the employee of Nguyen Tịch Law is leaving and going to other company, which is the competitor. So we need to make sure that we're giving them a good recruitment or their compensation model, which we will talk later on. As for the last one, as the company has said they're gonna expand about 100 branches in just 1 year, it's extremely difficult because of the quality of employee that you're gonna find in 1 year. Can you really do that good recruitment? You need to think more into recruitment process here in order to get a good skilled employee here, or else you're gonna lose the company core value. Now I'd like to hand it back to our positioning grid of the company.
So when comparing Nguyen Thich Law with its main competitors, we can see that Nguyen Thich Law offers a wider range of products, which means that we will be able to target more customers due to more categories we offer into the market. Also, we are very fast and convenient. This is because we offer loans without needing surety. Also, we allow the branch manager to make the loans decision, while other firms will have to send the documents up to the managers and on and on. This could be a very time-consuming process. So now we have a look at the competitive advantage. Nguyen Thich Law offers all kinds of loans except for real estate loans. Also, they offer insurance while others don't at all. This gives them a competitive advantage over the competitors. Focusing on PA insurance. PA insurance or personal accident insurance. It is very new in the market at the moment. Also, if we focus on the right strategy we're using for the marketing, we will be able to get into the market easy, because the insurance to GDP ratio is only 1.1%, which means that the Thai resident is living in an unsecured life. So if we are able to inform them better and let them know about the insurance that we are offering, this is a huge market potential for our future business activities. So these are our main issues. From here, you can see that most of them are external rather than internal. So this leads us to problems and recommendations, which I would like to hand on to Michael.
So here we go to our first problem that we have identified, which is rising in loan delinquencies. Here the problem might have occurred due to people incapability of paying off the loan, but they do not have the time to pay off the loan. Because as I've mentioned earlier, the economy is going bad, it's becoming more and more bad day by day. So people do not want to leave the store because if they leave the store for 1 hour, they're getting lesser income for 1 hour. And some people, they find it just difficult to pay off this installment. So here, although we can't control the external factor, which is the economy, but we can try to minimize this problem. As we are a subsidiary of Kung Si, we have come up with a new product, what we call a transactional product. And this product, we will explain it. We will explain as the presentation goes on, but basically what we're going to do here is to implement our program, our e-banking, into the platform of Kung Si online banking. This will allow our customer to pay from wherever they are, and it's going to decrease the rate of bad debt. Now we move on to our second problem, which is the falling use of car price. The down payment is so low in Thailand that people can easily get a new car at this moment. And also due to the competitiveness of the car market, you can sell your car, like the car value just dropped right down because these people are ready to offer it at a lower price. So what we are doing here is, what we can do is we can increase the collateral option. Not just the vehicle, but we go to the land or the house. When we go to the land or the house, these things, the value of these collateral are much more in terms of price, and people is much more valuable for them. No one wants to play around with their price, with their houses, and these houses or land might be handed down by the ancestors, so it's extremely important for them. And what we can do with the actual car we already have here is basically sign an agreement with a car dealer, a second-hand car dealer, because they know who they need to sell it to and how. They know how to make the maximum price out of that car, and the reason they're going to do that is because we're going to pay them a commission here. If you pay them a commission here, the higher price they sell it, the higher commission they're going to get. And what is good for us here is we're going to get the money quicker and the highest revenue possible for that particular car. And it's good because the quicker the process is going to increase our liquidity position. Now we move on to our third problem, lower employment quality. As we have mentioned before, company want to expand 100 branches in just 1 year and employees are leaving. So here what we can do is we can introduce something called a growth opportunity or talent recognition within the organization, as we need to motivate internally first before we can make the outside follow. So here what we do is we're going to make the RO. The RO have a really good performance. We're going to try to promote them to be the branch manager of the new branches. And for the manager who's doing a really good job in that branch, he will be promoted at a higher management ranking. And this will be an internal recruitment, which will help save the time. As for what we're going to do with the new people coming in, 100 branches, 3 people minimum, 300 people. So what we're going to do here, the training is going to take a lot of time here. So not just the time, but also money. So what we will do is, once we have done the selection, we're going to go through the induction training. We're going to send those people to accompany the RO for about a week or 2, so they learn the work and help the RO out. So here we're not wasting any time, we're not wasting much money, but they're learning and they will be able to perform and carry out the company core value as stated. And now we will move on to our new product and the extension of the original product.
For the extension of new products, we would like to start out with a little tweak to a product that is already successful, the PA. For the PA, we'll split into 2 categories, for the low income and for the middle low income. Both of these are already NTL customers, which are underbanked. So for the low income, we'll do the insurance at 365 baht a year, which is come out to 1 baht per day. This is very low amount, and the way we'll get them to pay this amount is we use the phone numbers as a collateral. So right now, the government policy is that they have to link their names to the phone number. So we'll cut the fund out from their phone credits. They fill out 50 baht through, we'll cut out 1 baht, 1 baht, 1 baht per day. Now, for the middle low income, here in the underbanked customers, luxury is insurance, is the brand new car, so we will raise the price here to 999 baht per year. We'll offer maybe new value, new services, just so they get more into the products. This create a customer perception, this create customer better brand image. So now when both of these products are sold together, we'll make a total net profit of 166 baht per year. Next is the new saving products. This is the collaboration of 3 places: NTL, Krungsi, and the underbanked. So what we can offer to Krungsi is that we'll get our RO to select the underbanked customers that are working with us to open the account at Krungsi Bank. These people will have set category. Once they pass that, they will be qualified for the Krungsi account. Now, Krungsi gets the customer that they cannot initially reach, and for us, we have a trust from the Krungsi to get more investment since we are not listed on set. So overall, it's a win for 3 people. Since the underbanked get the credit history, we get better investment offers, and Krungsi gets the customer that they cannot initially reach. Now for the e-banking, as Manok mentioned earlier, the reason we stick with Krungsi is that first, we're their subsidiaries. 2 is that Krungsi Bank has very long histories. And even though the model is very easy to copy, one thing that cannot be copied is customer loyalty, customer perception, and customer images. So we stick to these and we use their perception, their image to ride off on our success. Next will be solidarity loan.
So, keeping in line with the company's community-oriented approach, financial inclusion and expansion plans, we propose another new product in the form of solidarity loans. With this type of loans, the loans are borrowed by small groups collectively, and the members encourage each other to repay the loans. This type of loans are highly reliant on the concept of peer or social pressure. And as we know, social pressure is highly effective amongst women. So without excluding the men, our primary target for this product will be women. And according to a study conducted by the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor in 2013, Thailand has a high number of female micro-entrepreneurs. And most of them are concentrated around the north and northeastern parts of the country, with over 20% of the female population in these 2 areas engaged in micro business. This provides a huge market for this type of product in these 2 markets especially. So with this product, since the members encourage each other to repay the loans, it's going to reduce the number of loan delinquencies, which is currently a problem we are facing. With this program, since we are also going to reduce costs, since we are going to eliminate the fixed costs associated with with processing individual loans. With this product, we also plan to further our promise to our customers of financial inclusion by eliminating the need for collateral. Since they will be borrowing in groups, we'll base analysis on character and cash flow, which would enable those in remote areas and the poorer people access to the formal banking system, which is a promise that we make to our customers. We also propose opening small community branches to better cater to the needs of these people in their communities. So one of the main reasons why our customers, the people in rural communities and wet market traders go to loan sharks and local financial institutions who usually take advantage of them is their lack of financial knowledge. They lack the knowledge to differentiate between interest rates and loan repayment schedules. So with this in mind, in order to address this issue, we propose that NTL leverages a resource that is already there, the CFG financial literacy modules, in order to provide free financial education to all our customers, especially those in the wet markets and rural areas. We believe with better financial knowledge, these people are less likely to go to the loan sharks and local financial institutions who take advantage of them, which means more business for us. This would also reduce the number of loan delinquencies because they would be better able to manage their finances, which means they are less likely to default on their loans. This program would also increase brand awareness and customer loyalty. This program will also fulfill the company's corporate social responsibility to the communities in which it operates. Next, we are going to tell you about our implementation strategy.
For the way we're going to implement this strategy, based on our recommendation, our extension, and new products, Nguntik Law is the master of none. Even though they have branches split equally amongst every part of Thailand, they do not have a major focus. So, based on our extension analysis, we'll focus on two regions, the Northeast and Bangkok. We'll split those models into two. So, let's go into the reason why we pick these regions. For Northeast, they have very low income, but their property value is very high, such as land, the tractors, which cost can be upwards of millions. Now for Bangkok, there's also people with minimum wages, such as those working in 7-Eleven, 9,000 baht, 11,000 baht. They do not have the income sustainable enough to be paying for AIA, for the big insurance company. So what we propose is that even though we have to expand at 100 branches per year, we'll split into 60 in Bangkok and 40 into Northeast. We'll have two models for this. One is a half branch, one is a full branch. This model is used as a triple S, 2S, 1S used by the cars company and car dealerships in Thailand. So for Bangkok, we'll go with 40 half branch that offers low income insurances. Since they don't have tractors, they don't have much expensive cars, we don't have to pour full resources into all 60 branch. However, we also have 20 full branches so that we do not neglect any of the customers. For the Northeast region, we'll go with 40 branches and 35 of them will be focused on the microloan, which can use land as collateral, their cars, their tractors, since they have low income but high property value. But we do not also want to neglect them, so we put 5 full branches there as a risk split. So our conclusion to the expansion plan is that we keep moving forward expansion, slow and steady. Thank you.
Thank you for Horseman. And now we move on to the Q&A session. And then we may ask you Thank you for our banking.
First of all, thank you for your presentation. We really like the idea on the segmentation on the branch expansion, and also the idea on the coming up with new premium on insurance products. And the question is how you are going to promote the customer awareness on insurance, as the title loan has been our core product for many years. How the customer can register our insurance business, and also how you are going to educate our employee on the insurance part.
For the awareness of the insurances, usually people that can afford insurances will already come to NTL, as we are the only very low option. Right now, if you look on TV, most of the insurances go for 6 baht per day, 5 baht per day, but we go as low as 1 baht. And we don't, our advantage is that we don't have to go to the bank, go to the actual offices to pay. So we actually just get their phone numbers, cut off their credits, and make it a lot easier. For them, the reason they don't have insurance, the reason we have an RO in the beginning is that the cost of these wet market people going to the office is too high. Now we're making it so easy for them to come and get the insurances, so they should have no problem with our model right there.
So as you have mentioned, our RO is going to be the person who's gonna go here and there and tell the customer, because we have a really good public relation here. And as I said, in Thailand, the word of mouth marketing is really fast. Once you know something, you turn to tell your friend. Or once they see you having this kind of insurance, they try to do it too. And in here, when you see, when the RO will go tell this person, hey, this insurance rate takes only 1 baht per day, and she uses it and she likes it, and then she's gonna tell her friend. That's how it's gonna work. And then it's gonna be working here. And when you say how we're gonna educate our employee, as we have said, like in the what you have mentioned, the school where we're gonna teach people about the financial, there's where before we're gonna have a training where we tell our people, like especially the RO, about this program. So all they need to do is just go and rely this word to the customer. It's gonna be a cheap way we are saving here on advertisement. We're using our RO as a source to do this, and some of you might think here that the RO will have a lot of workload, but here what we have was the growth opportunity. They are motivated to do it. They want to be the manager of the branch. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Saka. Thank you for your hard working on this. I have 2 questions, very easy one. The first one, you indicate that you include online banking, like the C, right? You let your target customer to utilize this platform, right? And who is your target market? I mean, can you describe the characteristic of them for me? Like,
The target market for the online banking will be those that pay for the insurance premium, the 999 baht per year. Because they go pay in such a large amount that the insurances through online will be a lot easier for them. I mean, if we go 365 baht per day, per year, 1 baht per day, right? If we triple that, it's like 3 baht, 3 baht, 3 baht. And that is a lot of cut to the credit when you fill up 50 baht, 150 baht. So the online banking will be specific target to those people, so they can pay a large amount per month or per half year or per 1 year.
do you think, are there any concerns that I think the current portfolio of their customer will be the merchants in the web market, or someone that, even someone in the metropolitans, I think some of them still not switch their platform to use something that is online because it's quite new to the market. Do you have any concern on this, whether to switch people from offline to be online? Any concern and your view on this?
So here, like, first when we're talking about this, we had kind of 2 options. We kind of knew there would be some kind of people who wouldn't be ready to use the online platform because of their lack of technological education. So here, since we are expanding the branches, some of those branches, they're gonna be able to let these people come in and pay instead. Or RO will be the one who again collect this money. But this is a very small amount, since if you see, now even the motorcycle people, they have an iPhone with them. And especially with the help of Pokemon Go, everyone is having internet nowadays. So if you see that as an opportunity, people are serving the internet more and more.
Especially with the phone company now, they got an option on TV where you go like trade in your 2G phone for 3G, so we're planning to ride off that wave as well.
Second questions, maybe it will be for your solidarity loans, I think. Can you go back to the slide? Luckily that I'm actually launching some of this kind of product previously, and I want to like get some suggestion from you, because I think I did face some challenges. The reasons that I face some challenges is because in Thailand, from our research, from my observations, the customer and each particular individual seems not to be very proud of telling their friends that they are in debt, or they want to get into a debt. So the concept of asking their friends for them to like, let's do some loan pay picture and all this thing,
I think I face some challenges. So any idea from you in order to resolve this kind of perceptions of the customer? Can you like elaborate on this?
I think in order to change the perception of the customers concerning this, we'll be using the platform of the CFG literacy modules. In this forums where the wet market traders are going to come together, and we'll be educating them on financial education. We'll use this platform basically to create small communities within the communities, which means they'll get to know each other better. And if you are there already, you know that I'm here because I need financial knowledge. I'm here because I'm a customer of this company, and we already know that this is the business we do. We are not a bank where you go to save money. We are a bank that offers loans and insurance. So when they are there already, they know why they are here. So there's nothing to hide basically. So through the education, we're also gonna encourage them to form small groups of people that they can trust, of people that have financial education, and we are also gonna tell them to limit the groups to 5 people. The groups will be small enough to ensure the maximum amount of joint responsibility within the groups, and discourage freeloaders basically, and also large enough to ensure that the misfortune of one of the members does not cause the group to collapse. So with 5 members, it's easy for them to form within basically the relationship that we've already formed with them.
On the other hand, we're gonna start this as a small scale, and then once one is a success and this goes well, people will start doing the same. It's gonna become just, for example, not just a wet market, but as you're expanding your PA to other market, more people will start to come. And if you look at the economy now, many businesses are finding it difficult to survive. So they might join hands together. There's a big opportunity there.
So we can play a little bit too with their perception and their images. We can say some things like it's like a trust fund. It's like people coming together to start a business. It doesn't have to start like, oh, we go 5 people as a loan, collaborate with each other. You take the loan, now everybody's in debt. We can play that this is the chance for 5 of you to come together and start a business with bigger loan capital, with better advices from you since we take bigger loans.
Okay, so first of all, thank you. So can you go back to the slide that you talk about the rising in delinquency? Okay. So based on this recommendation, so you are assuming that if you are helping them to pay easy, like convenient, more convenient than fix the liquidity quickly, right? So how do you put this? Do you think are there any reason that cause the higher in delinquency? Because this one, the negative law, right? So using the decentralized underwriting to the RO, right? A person doing the selling, servicing, and then underwriting. So it might be tough because you are decentralizing to make one people make the same standard decision as another branch. So maybe the reason came from, the quality or the criteria to underwrite. So maybe it's not the convenience that customer don't pay the loan, but maybe it's their ability to pay the loan, and that comes from the not properly underwriting the criteria or choosing not the right market. So what do you think about that?
So here, as we have mentioned earlier, there was one of those considerations that maybe the employee find it difficult to collect the loan themselves because they are the one who's making the decision, which is the RO. But here, we need to motivate them more in order to collect the loan properly. Mm-hmm. And we are doing actually one thing that's really good here, which is the relationship amongst the public that we have. We are the RO, we interact with the public really well, and that creates a good public relation. So for example, if this RO A, it goes to customer A, and they form a very good relationship there, it's really unlikely for that customer to not pay. He might pay in a smaller amount, but he will still pay. And here, what motivates the employee to do that, to work well, is the growth opportunity that we have mentioned. Apart from this, just the talent recognition. You want to do the best, you want to close the account on time, you want to get the money just on time, so that you have a good KPI, key performance indicator, which will give you a higher chance to be promoted to be a branch manager later on.
Okay, so let me reframe my question a little bit. What do you think toward the two ideas of decentralized and centralized underwriting process? So because this is quick, right? Decentralized, quick, easy, but maybe create this delinquency. And another one, slow, but then the same standard. So if this is like your own company, because I ask this because not trying to tease you here or anything, but just I see in the market many of the banks make a decision to decentralize them first, and then a couple of years back they centralize it. So what do you think? Like at least 3 banks did this.
I think we'll go with decentralized. However, we'll put a set limit on the amount because these are the wet market people. They take it for day to day or month to month, unlike most people where they take the loans out to buy cars or buy big business. So maybe we'll set the limit somewhere around 30,000 baht so that they can refrain themselves. That if the amount is below that, then we can decentralize the decision.
Okay.
Or he have a very good credit from a year back or 2 years
So
back.
if beyond that you will go centralized.
Yes.
Good answer. Thank you.
Maybe you can expand this a little bit more. If for here, as you see, we are offering land, like we are coming up with a land or house as collateral. So although if this loan delinquency rise, you'll be able to cover that money off with the land, which is
Yes.
not.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Just. Thank you, the four Horsemen. Now our team is